Hey race fans, Ryan Newman here again. We're at the third race of the chase for the Sprint Cup, Dover International Speedway. And throughout the week, we've been getting lots of questions on the Facebook and Twitter accounts at GoArmy.com. So I want to start off with the first one. And it's from Amanda Bickers. Amanda says, at what age did you begin racing, and where and what's your fondest memory of racing? I started racing when I was 4.5 years old. Drove quarter midgets. My parents got me involved. We raced all throughout the Midwest, being from South Bend, Indiana. And my fondest memories are just spending time with my family. We always had a motor home and a little trailer we pulled behind, and spent a lot of time with the other families and friends camping out and things like that. So that was a lot of good times and good memories as a family. Second question is from Jack Marie. Sorry, Jack. Do you feel any pressure racing against your boss, knowing either one of you can win it all? No pressure whatsoever. From my standpoint, we were blessed with the opportunity to have two cars racing for the chase, try to get the GoArmy Chevrolet in victory lane many times and have a shot at the championship. And if not, then we'll do what we can to help steward out. So no pressure, just business as usual. The third question from Rita Wilson. Rita asks, when you were in college studying engineering, how did you find time to race and or study? My son is a driver and wants to study engineering. My parents kind of helped me and told me to go to school, so I raced at the entire time I was in school, in college at Purdue University, getting a vehicle structure engineering degree, which is an interdisciplinary degree, so I could take any classes I want, so it was flexible to work for my schedule, which is important if your son is going to be working at a racing career at the same time he's going to school. So I just did it. To answer your question, how did you find time? I just did it. I didn't drink, I didn't party, I didn't go to bars, I didn't go to sporting events, never went to a single football game or anything. I was either racing or I was at home working on the race cars or on the way to the racetrack. So, or doing some homework. But you get my point. I was just dedicated. The fourth question is from Vivian Jester. How has the birth of your daughter changed your thoughts on racing? Do you find yourself being a little more cautious? I don't think so. I don't think I am. I'm just as driven, just as focused, and doing what I need to on the racetrack. Absolutely, away from the racetrack, I have a different responsibility and a different focus with the daughter and obviously a wife. But on the racetrack, it's business as usual for me. Just focused on doing what we have to do to get the U.S. Army Chevrolet in victory lane. Vincent Candian has the next question. Ryan, with your engineering degree, are you ever asked for input when building the cars or even setting them up at the track? Not typically asked. A lot of what we do on the weekends, gets evolved into the race cars, whether it's chassis stiffness or a shock or a spring idea or something that we do inside the race car to make it better or more comfortable for the driver. It all kind of is just a team effort. It's not like they come to me and say, hey Ryan, what's your new idea on a chassis next year? It's not like that. So it's just a matter of evolving the teamwork and the ideas and the principles that we have each and every race throughout the year. We're so busy doing that the guys back at the shop are kind of responsible for designing and communicating about the new pieces. The last question is from Eddie Lee Malone. He asks, how does being in the chase change your approach to the races ahead? Really none whatsoever. We're here to win the race each and every race. The approach is the same. The strategy is typically the same. There are times, depending on where you're at in points, that you might take a little bit more risk, or you're not wanting to take a little bit more risk when it comes to 2 tires versus 4, or no tires versus 2, or staying out on fuel and when to pit and keep your track position. So it's not really different, any different than the races before to make it into the chase for us. So the first 26 are just a stepping stone for the last 10. I just want to say thanks for all your questions, all the Facebook and Twitter fans. Keep them coming. We do appreciate it. Look for posts on the GoArmy Facebook wall and submit your questions every week at facebook.com/GoArmy and on Twitter at Army Racing. And I want to say thanks for all the people that submitted photos of the U.S. Army veterans. It's really cool what we have going on the Veterans Day paint scheme this year. My Army teammate Tony Schumacher and I will be driving with pride on November 13th. And we thank you for submitting all those names and faces and all the U.S. Army Vietnam veterans who gave so much for our freedom. We really do appreciate it, and we'll try our best to get in victory lane for you. So thanks very much, and we'll see you next time.